welcome to this exclusive Bacon Magazine interview. I'm the host, Genine Alexander. They call me
Okay.
Genine. And today we are thrilled to have you.
Why you so fine with it? I'ma take my time with it. If I go and drop this hoes, you gon' have to drop on.
Grammy Award winning
Yeah.
singer, producer, songwriter. He's just gracing the cover of our issue, the
Yeah.
seventh cover. Are you excited like we're excited?
Of course I am. Seven is the number of completion, and now it's time for the next phase. This is the rebirth, and I'm starting a new phase as well.
Well, check us in. Well, let's give him a warm
Wow.
welcome. I'm going to start off with some questions, and I want you to keep it as real as you can, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Eric, you have become known for creating music that resonates deeply with our women out there. In the
Yes.
hits, you often say,
It's gonna be a flavor song. I see him looking at my woman.
Yes,
so
sir.
tell us, how do you tap into the women and what they want to hear?
Well, I pay close attention. I think me being an R&B crooner, and just sensitive to women in general over the years, I've always paid close attention because I've learned that the more you pay attention, the better you can serve them, and that was just my a general, way of going as when it comes to romance, when it comes to dating, when it comes to, things as simple as opening the door when they walk in, that was always my thing. So I
Love that.
just translated it to music.
Opening the door. Okay. We got some chivalry
Oh,
back.
it's just a simple door.
You know, so easy. So you and your wonderful wife, Lamaya,
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, and your children are beautiful as well. I want to ask you this. You guys are seen as the Black love symbol. Like in our community, we love you guys. Like from perspective, what are the key components of a healthy, long-lasting relationship?
Yes. You know, a lot of people make commitments, but you got to be committed to the commitment.
Yes.
It's a two-step layer process, and I think when the going gets tough, a lot of people are just ready to get going. But I think I always know that the grass is always greener where you water it.
Hey.
So I think it's just about sticking to the commitment, and it's not always going to be easy, but when you get through each little endeavor or each little obstacle, you feel so much stronger. Imagine
Yes.
feeling stronger with somebody as opposed to starting over with somebody.
I love that. Do
You
you
know,
feel like you want to be do you feel like people creating this thing about you guys being a representation of Black love, does that scare you in any way? Because sometimes in relationships we're not perfect, but does it scare you to be perfect to the out
yeah,
well
nah,
the
because
world?
I think we never like you don't see us doing anything like extra as far as our relationship. It's never like we're saying we're we're never ever all we're doing is enjoying each other. So it's like it's never been like anything that I think that we've claimed to be. So I think there's no pressure.
Hey. So over the years, your marriage would have been some of your top priorities on loving and supporting a Black woman effectively.
I think as Black men, we have to be patient, you know. We have to be patient. I think the women have so much on their shoulders that goes unspoken, because they're just supposed to be strong.
Yeah.
And I think the more patience we have, the more understanding, it will provide. And the more, just lenience, like that. I think that the women need, like, it's like, yo, I understand that I'm supposed to do this and I'm supposed to do that, but at the same time, if we were to come together and help, you know, you wouldn't be calling me crazy.
I love that. I love that. So, as a Grammy Award winning artist, you've achieved so much in the music industry. How do you mentally prepare yourself for each day to tackle those challenges? And to make a significant impact to music?
Mhm. Man, I think each session when I go in, first of all, I'm walking in a million energy. Like, when I go in that studio, when it's time to write, there's no doubt that I'm the guy for the job. I'm the guy for the job. Whether it's
Love that.
R&B, hip hop, harmonies, ad libs, I know what to do based off instinct and based off just, listening to music. So I
Mhm.
don't worry about that part, but I think it's the mental prep before, though. It's always the mental prep before, how you choose to wake up and start your day. Even if your belt loop get caught on the door handle, you really got to know how to shake that off. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? It's a mental decision. And every day I wake up and choose, people say they choose violence. I choose peace.
I love that. If I can give you a high five to that.
Choose peace over here.
So music trends are ever evolving, yet you manage to blend the 90s vibe and create the sound seamlessly with today. So can you share more about the creative process behind your latest project, The Rebirth 3?
Yes. So the Rebirth 3, this is, I think out of every album that I've created, this is a lot of blank, blank, blank. This is like the longest it's ever taken me to make an album. This is the most I've ever pushed myself. Um, this is my favorite album out of everything. I think it has the most experience. It has the most time. It's the 10-year anniversary. So I knew I just had to really come with it. The Rebirth is a big, point of discovery, I think, for all of my number one fans, my biggest fans, my biggest supporters. So I felt like this was the way, to get everybody and round everybody back up for everything else that's to come after this.
You know what, I do want to say the album is a vibe because from the beginning it gives you different. It gives you the slow jam, then it give you a little upbeat, then it take it back to the slow. So
Yeah.
I like stuff like that. I like to like gel with, okay, now I'm feeling this way today, so I'm gonna start with this song and go down.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah, I love that. So over the past couple of years, you've really increased your amount of content that you
Yeah.
share.
Yes.
How have you adjusted to people wanting to know every detail about you and your life? Or do you prefer maintaining the mystery behind the music?
Yeah. I really like, I'm old school, so I was like into the mystery, like the mystique. That was all
Yes.
cool for me. It was actually tough for me to transition to, becoming more content driven. Um,
Yes.
just because I was like, man, I believe in my music so much. I was always like, are y'all crazy? The music is enough. Like, I don't gotta
Right.
do that. All that stuff they talking about, I don't gotta do that. My music is so good. And then it wasn't translating. I just like I saw like just a standstill as far as growth, but I was able to maintain. So all of the fans that I had, they was all with it because they like, yo, we only here for the music anyway. But today's day and age, in order to expand, in order to grow, the new point of discovery is content, and your music needs to be more so the soundtrack than the main focal point. And once I like learned that and was able to move myself to the side and split up the studio time with actual content time, I was all right.
You was in. So last time we spoke, I don't know if you remember, you said, and I want to say it correctly what you said. You said you advise to stay focused, stay consistent, and find out your why. And then you can understand your how. So where are you in that process? Are you still exploring your why, or have you
No,
moved
I know my
figuring it out
why.
your how?
See, my
How?
why, I know my why. And that's why
Mhm.
I know also like the things that I can do, things that I can't do is because, my purpose and everything that I'm supposed to be, my wife, my family, my children, still making music, still being independent out here, making R&B music that we all love and can relate to. Like all of that, I have to do. Those are, that's who I am, therefore, it's certain things, it's certain shows I can't take, it's certain songs I can't be a part of. And 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 because if I didn't believe in my heart, like, oh, the people are looking to me as an example, I might fall astray. You know what I'm saying?
So aside of you being a musical genius, I want to say this. You're always a businessman first, it seems like.
Yeah.
Any words of inspiration to Black women out there that have a business? And what do you think
Yeah.
is an important thing to know first?
Yes. Man. Okay. So the entrepreneurial route is truly the way to go in any business. Whatever it is that you may love to do, you can be great at it. You know, it's a natural gift that you have. I always tell people, like, try not to focus on what you want to do, but something that you do naturally. Like, what are you naturally good at? And then it's really like trying to become the best at that. And with that, it's like, okay, now this is my business. As long as you do things one step at a time, and not be afraid of the time it's going to take to finish it, because the time will pass anyway. I always tell people, like, yo, the time is going to pass anyway. Like, if you're going to be alive and it's going to take too long, like, why not just go for it? Why not put it on a schedule? Why not put it on the calendar? Because it's a lot of people that are waiting for someone to do the things for them. They want the handout, but it's like, man, if you start doing it yourself, people will start coming to you, and then the ball
Yes.
in your court.
And I do want to say I appreciate you for today being on Zoom with us with Bacon Magazine. I do want to ask you, is there anything you would like to promote, shout out, talk
Yes.
about before we leave this interview?
Oh man, I'm just really excited about the label that we're building, All Wins Entertainment. Man, we've been actively pushing at least like 5 or 6 artists, and it's just been incredible to be able to provide the services like artist development, studio time, um, music production, graphic designing, videos, anything, photos. And I just want to continue to, put that out there that, yo, we got this label that, we're trying to do an artist friendly situation to where, it's pro creator.
Yeah. I see your sister is a singer as well. I love that for you
Yeah,
guys.
exactly.
I said it's nothing like a duo. Like I love a duo. Love that. So you heard it first. The exclusive interview with Bacon Magazine and our guy who was the issue number 7, lucky number 7, Mr.
Yes,
Eric Bellinger. We appreciate you. We thank you for taking your time out to talk to us.
no problem. Thank you. I'm glad we made it happen.